Did the grandeur of ancient Rome hide a darker secret? It did, and it wasn't just about their taste in togas. Imagine being caught in the web of human trafficking, where the most beautiful women were sold as commodities. In this video, we uncover the chilling realities of how women were captured, traded, and exploited in Rome's bustling slave markets. We'll delve into the heart of Roman society, revealing the brutal truth about its reliance on enslaved women. Stay tuned as we explore the untold stories of these women and their fight for survival, including the most famous enslaved woman and her role in one of the biggest slave rebellions in Roman history. Welcome to the heart of ancient Rome, a city renowned for its grandeur and power. But beneath its impressive facade lies a darker story, one of exploitation and human trafficking. To fully grasp the magnitude of this issue, we need to delve into the historical context of Roman society and understand the role that slavery played in its economy and culture. In ancient Rome, slavery was a cornerstone of the economy and society. Enslaved individuals were everywhere, from luxurious households to expansive agricultural estates and bustling urban workshops. They performed various tasks, from hard manual labor under strict supervision to specialized roles with a surprising degree of autonomy. The presence of enslaved people was so pervasive that it's hard to imagine Roman life without them. Women in Rome, particularly those of lower status, had limited rights and autonomy. This made them especially vulnerable to being trafficked and sold. Enslaved women were seen as property and to be bought, sold, and used at the discretion of their owners. Their lives were often marked by hardship and abuse. Women who were trafficked and sold as slaves or prostitutes were classified as infames, a term denoting social disgrace. These women had very few rights, could be subjected to physical punishment, and were forbidden from marrying Roman citizens. Their degraded status was permanent, impacting their legal and social standing for life. Many women were frequently captured during military campaigns or by pirates operating along Rome's extensive trade routes. These captives were transported to slave markets throughout the empire, where they were sold to the highest bidder. This practice was so common that even notable Romans like Julius Caesar were once captured by pirates. However, unlike women, Caesar's captivity ended with him orchestrating the crucifixion of his captors once he was freed. The demand for enslaved women was high, especially for those deemed beautiful or skilled, and they could fetch considerable prices. The price for an unskilled woman slave was about 2,000 sesterces, which was more than twice the annual salary of a Roman soldier. However, the cost for skilled slaves, such as those trained in specific crafts or roles, could be significantly higher, reaching up to 8,000 sesterces. Beauty might have been in the eye of the beholder, but it sure emptied their pockets. Beauty was valued highly in Rome, and this obsession extended to enslaved women. Those who were considered beautiful could be sold into more prestigious and often more exploitive roles, such as concubines or high-status courtesans. Once sold, these women's lives were dictated entirely by their owners. They could be subjected to a variety of roles, from household servants to entertainers and even to sexual exploitation. Their treatment varied significantly based on their owner's disposition and the tasks they were assigned. In some cases, enslaved women might be treated relatively well if they were valued for their skills or beauty, but more often their existence was one of suffering and subjugation. Enslaved women who became concubines or courtesans might live in more luxurious surroundings, but still faced severe restrictions on their freedom and constant risk of abuse. Their primary value lay in their ability to please their owners or clients, and their status could change rapidly with their fortunes or the whims of those who owned them. Among the many tragic stories of enslaved women, one stands out for intertwining with a significant historical event: Spartacus's rebellion, symbolizing the struggle against the oppressive institution of slavery. At the heart of the story is a lesser-known yet equally compelling figure, Surah, Spartacus's wife. Her story, filled with love, struggle, and resistance, interwoven with that of her famous husband, offers a poignant glimpse into the life of enslaved women in ancient Rome. If they had reality TV back then, Surah and Spartacus would have been the ultimate power couple. Surah, like Spartacus, was a Thracian, hailing from the same tribe. Thracian culture valued women's religious and prophetic roles, which likely influenced Surah's standing and abilities. According to historical accounts, she was a priestess of Dionysus, the god of wine and liberation. This role imbued her with spiritual authority and resilience, traits that would prove crucial during the trials she faced. Captured alongside Spartacus during one of Rome's many military campaigns, Surah was sold into slavery. Her life in captivity was harsh and unforgiving, marked by separation from her husband and subjugation under Roman rule. Despite these adversities, Surah's spirit remained unbroken. Her prophetic abilities and religious fervor played a pivotal role in inspiring Spartacus. Plutarch, the ancient historian, recounts a significant moment when a snake was seen coiled around Spartacus's face as he slept. Surah interpreted this as a sign from Dionysus, prophesying Spartacus's rise to great power and eventual liberation. This vision bolstered Spartacus's resolve and added a mystical aura to his leadership, rallying his followers around a common cause. Spartacus was like, "The gods have spoken through you, honey. We will be free." Surah replied, "Hold on to this vision, Spartacus. It is our guiding light." Who knew a snake could be such a motivational speaker? Surah was not merely a passive figure in Spartacus's story. She was an active participant and source of strength. Her presence and support were instrumental as Spartacus led the slave rebellion known as the Third Servile War. This uprising saw a coalition of escaped slaves and gladiators challenging the might of the Roman Republic, seeking freedom from their oppressors. Life on the run was fraught with danger and hardship. Surah, along with other women who joined the rebellion, faced the brutal realities of guerrilla warfare, living in constant fear of Roman retaliation. Their resilience and determination were essential to the morale and survival of the rebel forces. Despite its initial successes, the rebellion was ultimately doomed. Rome's might was too great, and the rebellion was crushed after several fierce battles. Spartacus met his end on the battlefield, but Surah's fate is less clear. It is widely believed that she shared the tragic fate of many rebels, either dying in the conflict or being recaptured and executed by the Romans. Surah's story is a powerful testament to the strength and resilience of women in ancient Rome. Her role as a priestess, wife, and supporter of the rebellion highlights women's significant, though often overlooked, contributions to historical events. Her life underscores the broader context of women's experiences in Roman slavery. Enslaved women were often caught in the vicious cycle of capture, exploitation, and abuse. Yet they also exhibited remarkable courage and endurance. Surah's legacy reminds us of women's historical struggles, both personal and emotional in dimension, adding depth to our understanding of the past. By remembering Surah, we honor not only her story, but also the countless unnamed women who lived and suffered under Roman slavery. The stories of women like Surah are a stark reminder of the human capacity for cruelty and resilience. They compel us to acknowledge the suffering endured by countless individuals and the often overlooked roles women played in shaping historical events. The prevalence of slavery and human trafficking in ancient Rome provides a sobering context for understanding the broader social and economic structures of the time. It highlights the systemic exploitation underpinning one of history's most renowned civilizations. Despite the centuries that separate us from these events, the echoes of these injustices persist, urging us to learn from the past and advocate for a more just and equitable future. By delving into these narratives, we honor the memory of those who suffered and foster a deeper appreciation for the complexities of history. These stories challenge us to confront uncomfortable truths and to recognize the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, history's lessons are invaluable tools for shaping a better tomorrow. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.